Right now, you feel perfectly still. The floor is solid. Your coffee isn't sliding off the table. Nothing is pushing on you. And yet, at this exact moment, you are being carried through space at about 1,000 miles an hour. Faster than a passenger jet. Faster than most rifle bullets. The ground beneath you is one of the fastest things you will ever ride. So here's the question that should keep you up at night. If we're moving that fast, why can't we feel a thing? Let's start with where that number comes from. The Earth turns once on its axis every 24 hours. And at the equator, the planet is about 25,000 miles around. Travel 25,000 miles in 24 hours, and you're moving a little over 1,000 miles per hour. Roughly 1,037 to be exact. But, and this matters, that top speed only applies at the equator. As you move toward the poles, the circles you're spinning in get smaller, so your speed drops. In the middle of the United States or Europe, you're doing closer to 700 or 800 miles an hour. And if you stood exactly at the North Pole, you would simply turn in place, once a day, going nowhere at all. This is also why rocket launch sites hug the equator. Florida, French Guiana, Kenya. Launch eastward from there, and the planet's spin gives you 1,000-mile-an-hour running start, for free. So back to the mystery. 1,000 miles an hour and no sensation of movement. The answer is one of the most important ideas in all of physics, and it's this. Your body has no way to sense speed. None. What your body senses is a change in speed, acceleration. Think about the last time you were in a car. When the light turns green and the driver hits the gas, you feel yourself pressed back into the seat. When they brake, you tip forward. But once you're cruising at a steady 60 on the highway, no pushing, no pressing, you could close your eyes and not know if you were doing 60 or sitting in the driveway. That's the whole secret. Steady motion, constant speed in a straight line feels exactly like being still. And the Earth's spin is astonishingly steady. It doesn't speed up. It doesn't slow down. It has been turning at very nearly the same rate for billions of years. There's no lurch to feel because nothing is changing. The little sensors in your inner ear, the ones that tell you which way is up and whether you're speeding up, respond to acceleration. Give them a smooth, constant ride, and they have nothing to report. Now, this isn't a new idea. 400 years ago, Galileo wrote down the perfect way to picture it. Imagine you're in the cabin below the deck of a ship, sailing across a calm sea, so smoothly you can't see the water. Galileo said, do any experiment you like down there. Pour water into a bowl. Toss a ball straight up and catch it. Watch a fly cross the room. And here's his claim. Nothing you do will tell you whether the ship is racing across the ocean or tied up at the dock. The ball goes straight up and lands right back in your hand. It does not fly toward the back of the cabin because the ball, the air, and you are all moving together at the same speed as one system. That's the key that unlocks the whole puzzle. The Earth is Galileo's ship, and you are in the cabin. Which brings us to the question everyone asks. If the ground is moving at 1,000 miles an hour, then when I jump straight up, shouldn't the Earth slide out from under me? And shouldn't I come down somewhere far to the west? It feels like it should. But no, you land in the same spot. Because before you jumped, you were already moving at 1,000 miles an hour sideways, along with everything around you. Jumping up doesn't erase that sideways motion. In the air, you keep drifting east at exactly the same speed as the ground below. You and the planet stay in perfect step. And the air comes along too. Our atmosphere is bound to the Earth by gravity and spins right with it. There is no 1,000-mile-an-hour wind in your face because the wind is moving with you. If the air did not travel with the planet, every day would feel like standing in a hurricane that never ends. If this still feels strange, here's the thing. You have experienced it probably many times. The next time you're on an airplane at cruising altitude, 500 miles an hour, stand up and walk to the back. Pour a drink, toss a peanut, and catch it. It all behaves exactly as it would on the ground because you, the cabin, and the air inside are all moving together at 500 miles an hour. You don't feel the speed. You only felt the takeoff, the acceleration, and once that ended, the sensation of motion vanished. Now, just scale that up. The Earth is the smoothest, quietest vehicle you will ever ride. It has been cruising for 4.5 billion years, and it never hits turbulence from its own spin. And now the part that should genuinely stop you. That 1,000 miles an hour? That's the slow motion. While the Earth spins, it is also racing around the sun at about 67,000 miles an hour. And the sun, with all its planets, is sweeping around the center of our galaxy at about 490,000 miles an hour, nearly 500,000. Stack them all together and you are hurtling through the universe at speeds no human machine can match. And you feel every bit of it as sitting quietly, reading right now. Because all of it is smooth. All of it is steady. And steady motion is invisible to the body. Which raises a fair challenge. If the spin is undetectable to our senses, how do we know the Earth is turning at all? Maybe it's the sky that moves. Here's how we know. We can't feel the spin, but we can see its fingerprints. The first is a pendulum. In 1851, a Frenchman named Leon Foucault hung an enormous pendulum from a ceiling in Paris and set it swinging. Over hours, the direction of its swing slowly rotated. Not because anyone touched it, but because the floor, the whole Earth, was turning underneath it. You can watch that experiment in museums around the world today. The second is the weather. Storms in the northern hemisphere spin counterclockwise, and in the southern hemisphere, clockwise. That twist, the Coriolis effect, only happens on a rotating planet. Hurricanes are the Earth's spin made visible. And the third, you can see yourself. Point a camera at the night sky and leave the shutter open. The stars smear into perfect circles, wheeling around a single point. The sky isn't spinning around us. We are turning beneath it. So let's close the loop. There is exactly one way you would ever feel the Earth's spin, and that's if it suddenly stopped. Because stopping is a change. That's acceleration. In that instant, the ground would halt, but the atmosphere, the oceans, everything not bolted down, including you, would keep moving east at 1,000 miles an hour. It would be the most violent event the planet has ever known. But it won't stop. It will keep turning, smoothly, silently, the way it always has. And that's the quiet lesson in all of this. Motion, all by itself, is invisible. You never feel how fast you're going. You only ever feel the change. So the next time the day feels perfectly still, remember, you are riding the fastest thing you will ever stand on. You just can't feel it. And now you know exactly why. If this changed how still the world feels, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.